Hi guys, it's Anne here, and today's video is all about the brands that I would love to try in 2020 and a few brands that I really don't care for. So let's just get straight into this. I originally had a list of about 10 brands that I wanted to try, 10 brands that I wanted to try more of, and then a handful that I just don't want to try. I also have two that are kind of like on multiple lists. So I'll talk about those two at the end. But let's just get started with the brands that I would like to try. I whittled it down to 5 top brands that I want to try. The first one is Nabla. So this has been on my list for a while now. Like if I was going to do this video last year or even 2018, Nabla would have been on it. I still haven't tried it. Doesn't seem to be easily accessible. I think you can only buy from their website. I could be wrong, but there was one palette that showed up a few years ago. I want to say 2 years ago now, maybe a year and a half. I remember Mariah Leonard talking about it, talking about the brand, and I think she talked about this palette, and that kind of intrigued me. I still really want to get that palette. I can't even think of the name of it, but I know it was like pinky purple tone, very much like my comfort zone. So, and then when I've gone to their website, they have like tons of other products. So it's definitely a brand that I'm very intrigued by. The second brand that I'd really like to try is, can you not? Sorry, Condo Living. The second brand that I'd like to try is Dermalogica. Now, I may have tried a sample from Dermalogica here or there, like teeny tiny samples, but there's actually a Dermalogica store here in The Path in Toronto, so it's definitely like piqued my interest. And I know there's a few YouTubers that really like their products and kind of swear by them and use them like over and over and over again. So it's definitely a brand, a skincare brand that I'm very interested in trying. Number 3 is Makeup Geek, and actually this has been a brand that I've always wanted to try ever since I've sort of delved into the YouTube world. I was a bit of a latecomer in 2015, but it's actually very timely because I think last week, I'm not sure when you're going to see this video, but recently in January, she just did a rebrand and a re-release of all of her eyeshadows, and she's going to go through and do like face products and other things. So it's actually almost very timely for me to learn about the new Makeup Geek. Forget about the old and learn about the new. The next brand that I've always wanted to try is called Surratt Beauty. I'm not sure I've heard anybody talk about this on YouTube. I could be wrong. I think it's a Japanese brand. I see it in Sephora. I'm not sure if I've seen it anywhere else, but I've always been sort of like drawn to the name because my friend in India, that's his like home region is Surat. So it's like, oh, there's a beauty brand. It's spelled differently, I think. But yeah, it's just a brand that I don't know a whole lot about, so I'm very intrigued to try it. And the last brand that I would really like to try is called Nude by Nature. Now this showed up in Shoppers Drug Mart, I want to say maybe a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago now, maybe a lot longer ago than I think. I'm pretty sure they replaced Gosh. Gosh used to be in Shoppers Drug Mart, and then Nude by Nature just sort of showed up. Again, I really don't know anything about it. The products look nice. Probably one of the things that prevents me from delving into it is it's pretty pricey for the drugstore. It's one of those like higher end brands. It's not super high end, but it's definitely like a bit more pricey. So it's a bit, I'm nervous to delve into it because it costs a bit more, and if I don't like it, I'll be disappointed. So there's a handful of brands that I have used, but not very much, so I definitely would like to use or experiment or try more of their products in 2020. The first one is ColourPop. So I haven't placed an order on ColourPop's website since 2018. It was briefly available in Sephora, but I don't think it is anymore. I would love it to be available in retail store in Canada. It would be a lot more accessible. One of the reasons why I don't purchase from it is even though it is low priced in the US, by the time you like add currency conversion and shipping and all that kind of stuff, it does add up. It's not quite as affordable as drugstore. So I compare it to something like if I could get an Annabelle lip liner or a ColourPop lip liner. The Annabelle is actually, when it's on sale, is more affordable for me to get. So like I said, I haven't used ColourPop since 2018. I've only tried their lip liners, their lippy sticks, and some of their pressed shadows, like individuals. So, I mean, they have so many more products. Like, they're like overkill on releasing products. So I definitely would like to try more of their brand if I could. Another brand that I talked about at the beginning of last year, I think it was, because I did my first MAC purchase, and like I said, it was my first MAC purchase. I'd never really bought from the brand. I sort of missed the whole MAC era, partially because I was afraid of it. The people in the MAC store were like always all done up, and like you couldn't like just look at products and sample things. Everything you had to like talk to a representative, and that was just like, nope, no, I just want to look and be alone with the makeup for a while and see what's going on before I need to like talk to somebody. And I'd prefer not to talk to somebody. I know I'm weird. I know there's a lot of you out there that's like that too though. So yeah, MAC is always, to me, the store's always been intimidating and the products have always been intimidating. And again, they've always been a bit more pricey than your average makeup. So hence why I haven't really tried it out. And I feel like it's a bit of a forgotten brand. I feel like there are still products that MAC is producing that are good that are forgotten. So I definitely would like to maybe experiment more or try out more products from MAC. The next brand that I would definitely like to use more products or try more products from is called Innisfree. So Innisfree just opened a store in the Eaton Center, and I went in there a couple weeks ago, and it's lovely. There's so much stuff. There's a lot of skincare. There's a lot of makeup. Yeah, I definitely was like, I want to buy all the things. So I'm going to have to maybe wait and figure out what to buy or what not to buy. I've only ever used their masks that I bought from Amazon, and I really liked those masks. They were very affordable. I would definitely use them again for sure. But yeah, they had so many more products, and like their skincare, it looks real pretty. There's a couple of like anti-aging skincare. I mean, they're really expensive. They have a serum. I think it's like $89 Canadian. But yeah, I'm very intrigued by that brand and to try more from it. I've also noticed on the website for Shoppers Drug Mart that there are more Catrice products. So I've only tried the concealer, and I like it. It's one of those things like I was using it just kind of regularly, and realizing I kept going back to it, and I was like, oh, I guess I kind of like this. It's not quite the right shade. They think they only had one shade on the website when I purchased it. It's the shade I have is 010 Porcelain, which is just, it's a hair too light. But yeah, I noticed the other day that they have like a ton more Catrice products on the website. I don't know if they have them in store. I haven't seen them recently in the stores near me, but maybe they do. They're just not in the stores near me. But yeah, Catrice is definitely a brand that I would love to try some more products from. Again, it's one of those brands I've heard on YouTube from the people down south in the US, and it's always seemed to be like a well-liked brand, so I definitely would like to try more from it. And lastly, a brand that I'd definitely like to try more from is Pixi. I've only tried 2 products from Pixi. I had a lip gloss a couple years ago that was in a Project Pan, and then I have the little duo eyeshadow that I bought last year, and I like both of them. They were both good products. The lip gloss wasn't quite the right shade for me, but I definitely liked the product. And yeah, again, it's another brand that I hear really good things about. I'm not so sure about their skincare. I know their skincare is good, but I feel like with their skincare, there's only a couple of items that I'm intrigued by, and other stuff I think I just would pass by. But yeah, I definitely would like to try more from that brand. Again, one of the things that gives me pause from trying the brand is it's expensive. Like, it's not cheap here in Canada, and it never goes on sale. Like, if I'm gonna buy like something that's a bit more expensive at the drugstore, I'm gonna wait at least till I can get like 20% off or something, and it rarely goes on sale, at least from what I've noticed here in Shoppers Drug Mart in Canada. So brands that I am definitely not interested in. Number 1 is Haus Labs. Yeah, there's just nothing about it. It's an unfortunate thing too, because I guess maybe, and I feel similar to other people, that my expectations of a makeup brand that Lady Gaga would come out with is not that. Yeah, I just haven't heard good things about it. None of the products really intrigue me. I don't really care for the packaging, to be honest. There's nothing that really draws me in, so I'm just not interested in it. Not at this point, anyway. Another brand I'm just not interested in trying is Kylie Cosmetics. Again, it's not too affordable to get here. It also looks very similar to ColourPop, and people have, made guesses that it's basically made out of the same factory. So if I'm gonna get something like that, I'm probably just gonna go for ColourPop. And I'm one of those people that don't really care for the Kardashians. They don't really float my boat. And I don't see any necessary reason to support them. I'd rather support somebody like Cleone Cosmetics that are local to me than Kylie Cosmetics. Also, like the Kylie skincare, no. I forget who talked about this. I think it was Mariah Leonard actually that talked about skincare from makeup brands. don't really care for skincare that come from makeup brands, for the most part. I'm more interested in trying skincare from like skincare brands. Another brand that I just really don't have any interest in trying is Glossier. Now this is where I've shifted opinions because a few years ago, like I said, I joined the community or got interested in the beauty community around 2015 on YouTube, and Glossier was like, I think, a big brand at that time. And sure, it's probably great if you're 20 with like great skin and just want like a hint of makeup. I am not that person. I am almost 40, so, and I do not have great skin, and I like my makeup. So yeah, there's just nothing about Glossier that really floats my boat anymore. At a certain point I was thinking about like their cloud paints. They looked really intriguing, but so many other brands are doing that type of product now that Glossier is just not on my radar to try anymore. So this may be an odd one because I've talked about ColourPop quite often, but I'm really not interested in trying anything from Fourth Ray Beauty. Not yet, anyway. There's nothing, again, maybe it's just me being like cynical, but I'm not so sure the quality of the skincare. And again, I think it's targeted to maybe younger people that don't need, need products to, show a lot of progress. Whereas when you get older, you definitely want your product to do things. Or what's the point? But yeah, there's nothing about the Fourth Ray Beauty that's really intrigued me. I think I saw Emily Noel's video, and I think there was one product that she liked. It might have been a cleanser. I could be wrong. That maybe a product that I'm interested in, but to be honest, not really. Not really at all. And that's it. I actually don't have a fifth brand that I'm not interested in trying, that I haven't tried before or that I've just never tried. At least I couldn't think of one. Now, there's two brands that were kind of like on the I want to try, but I'm also not interested in trying. And they're both in there for pretty much the exact, very similar reasons. And the first brand is Tom Ford. So I've always wanted to try Tom Ford. Like, I actually really want to try Tom Ford products. But I also don't want to try Tom Ford products because they're so bloody expensive for what they are. Like, I don't understand it. I had considered using or buying one of their lipsticks in their girls range because it was called Anne, because I thought that was kind of fun. Not a lot of products are named Anne, but it's like I think it's like a sheer orange, so it probably wouldn't be a good product for me at all. I probably wouldn't like it. And I've heard different opinions on their lipsticks. Same thing with their eyeshadows. Like, their quads look really nice. Some of them seem to perform better than others. But like, for the price of them, I can't justify it. As much as I would love to try the products, they look beautiful. Yeah, I don't think I can do it. Unless I magically, got something like 50% off or something like that. I don't know, maybe. Another brand that's in a similar vein that is on like both sides of the fence is Pat McGrath. So this could be controversial. Again, the products look beautiful. The eyeshadows look beautiful. I love the packaging of the eyeshadows. I desperately wanted to get something from the Star Wars line, but I just knew that I'm not that kind of person that's gonna, sit online and try and get it. Like, very rarely will I do that, and it's just so much money. I just can't justify the cost. And recently there was a lot of chatter online about poor customer service and poor shipping over like Black Friday and around the holidays. So again, that gives me pause to think, do I really want to try this brand? I don't know. But again, I've heard mixed reviews, but again, hearing mixed reviews and knowing the cost of the products just gives me pause. Do I really want to try that brand, or am I just not interested at all? Such a dilemma. Anyway, I hope you liked this video. Are there any brands that you've never tried that you're interested in trying? Or are there brands that you've kind of tried but you'd love to try more? Are there some that you're just like, hell no, I am just never ever going to try that brand. I am not interested. I'd really love to know. I hope you liked this video. If you did, feel free to give it a little thumbs up down below. And I would love it if you haven't yet. Please subscribe to my tiny little channel here in Toronto, Canada. I hope you have a fabulous day, and I'll see you sometime soon. Bye.